Good morning, beautiful. I hope that you slept well. I hope that you're having an amazing day. It's your daily insight on life and love. Crap, what's tomorrow? Is it? Okay, hang on. Oh, okay. It's March 31st, 2021. How's the timeless? We're almost to April. Can you believe it? Oh my God. Crap, I have to get Easter stuff. Anyway, hi, good morning, sunshine. I hope that you have your coffee or drink or food, whatever you are, all set and ready to go. I hope that you are starting your day. It's your daily insight on life and love. This is General Collective. Do not force it to fit if it is not fit. Either let it fall away, enjoy the shenanigans, or ask questions about booking a session. So, that being said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the bell for notifications because sometimes this is entertaining. Sometimes I go live. I've been going live on TikTok and I have to do that again. But yeah, sometimes I go live on here. Look what we're looking at. This intimidation thing that you're feeling is totally bogus. This self-conditioning, coddling sense of fear. Believe it or not, it feels like it's coddling, like it's a good thing to be afraid. It's not, but this is kind of what you're telling yourself. Don't expect the worst only to be pleasantly surprised that you're really just punishing yourself needlessly. You have all the power in the situation. You've done the work. You've done the mindset work. What I'm seeing here is truly a light at the end of the tunnel. Look, there's a lot of positive information and opportunities. There's a lot of positive change that's happening in your world right now. A lot of things that need to be revealed and a lot of things that need to be released. My biggest thing with the release is these two. Honestly, I hate that these two bad boys are in reverse and it's beginning and end part of the first part of the reading. This is a load of crap that's telling you, you want to know what? Maybe we should be afraid. You want to know why? Because at least I'm preparing myself. If I'm let down, I'm already there. I'm already in the pits of despair with this one. No. This, you're releasing all of this stupid self-conditioned fear. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm calling the conditioning fear. What in God's creation made you think that this was the way to go about things? And I'm not excluded from it. We all do this, but we got to stop it. We have got to stop it. So a lot of things are just working smoothly. Have faith in it for the love of God. So let's get down to the conditioning because it's silly and I want to kick it. All right, so Spirit, what do you want to tell you watching this about the whole conditioning of this? It doesn't make sense. And why would it make sense? I mean, you know what? I'm going to go on a rant. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to stop. So how's your day so far? Did you sleep well? Ooh. Why does it always have to be, if something isn't happening immediately, if it's not instant gratification, it's being perceived as you not doing enough? This isn't you. This is people that you've dealt with in this situation. Or not this situation, familiar situations. Or maybe enough situations to where it had to be a constant. If it wasn't happening right then and there, then something was wrong. And it's your fault. You know it. This is all on you. No. No. Queen energy. So this is running hot and cold. Whoever this is about, they ran hot and cold with this. Yeah. I have a feeling like this is a manipulative relationship. Doesn't mean it's a horrible narcissistic relationship, but I do feel like this is somebody who is manipulative in your life. It's feminine energy. It doesn't have to be female, but it's feminine energy. So who the more natural caregiving person in your world is, this is somebody who used their connection to you to run hot and cold in a way for you to somehow be conditioned towards them. If you didn't give them what they want, okay, you want to know what? They are not going to be working with you on this. They're not going to talk to you. It's kind of like giving you the silent treatment, dangling that little carrot of love right in front of your face. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be parental. It could be peer. Just somebody that you really genuinely cared for and wanted to make happy. I think this is partly something that made you a people pleaser in your life. So this is somebody who wasn't so emotionally invested, rather than wanted whatever they could get out of the situation. And again, I don't think that they were necessarily a narcissist, but it does feel like kind of annoyingly manipulative looking back. So what's the advice on how to heal this situation? I'll show you what I'm looking at right now, actually. What's the advice on how to deal with whoever this is talking about? And it can be more than one person, because, you know what? We see similar relationships pop up until we actually heal the scenario. It always mirrors. I hate it just as much as you do. So what's the advice on how to get through, or how to heal, rectify the situation with this person? Okay. Oh. Okay, so realize you don't have to work with them anymore. You are a grown-up. All right, you don't owe anything to anyone. They are not in control over you. They can't treat you like a child anymore. And honestly, they don't have the idea that you could walk away at any time. So this is saying, why don't you own up to what your personal power and responsibility is in the situation, and let them know what's up. Now, you don't have to outwardly talk to this person. Sometimes it's more beneficial to talk to a brick wall than try and work this out with Tweedledum right here. But if you have to like work this out in your head, then that's gonna have the same benefit as if you were actually telling this person off in front of you. So this is everything. It seems to be working in clockwork order. Like this is boom, 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 one thing after another. So let people know that they have no attachment to you. They have nothing that they can gain from you, and that you're not going to emotionally set yourself up to engage in their shenanigans. And I am seeing that you're learning how to love yourself and protect yourself in the situation, rather than depending on whoever this talisman of a person was in your life. I'm seeing that you're getting over the nerve of having them potentially discard you, and you are working on your own independence, your own love, your own nerves, and learning how to have your own lion roar in this. So let's see. So, this is going to involve some talk back from you. And I see that you're going to be a lot less emotional with this person. It's not taking your heart away from the situation, but less emotionally engaged. And I see you being a lot more assertive. It's not about disrespecting anybody. It's about respecting yourself. And I think that this is what you have to learn to do with this person. Something about this person makes you feel very weak and vulnerable to whatever their whim is. And that little taste of respect and self, empowerment is going to get you over that hump, because it's like, I can do this. I got this. This is what we're looking at before the advice on how to get through to Tweedledum, whether it's mentally or actually. So a lot of fast changes are coming into place, and these are going to be big changes for you. And it's going to be something that really, in a way, makes over your mental life. You do have a new outlook that you have to see upon yourself and really enforce it. This person can't be the validation that you're seeking. It's going to be completely, it's not going to be constant. It's going to be inconsistent at best, because this person, I feel like they have so many threads into so many people that you're just basically one of the threads of validation that they are getting. So what I'm seeing here, you see how the land is kind of barren? It's not. There's a whole ecosystem that learned how to survive in this really arid climate over here. See how it's not really thriving? The mountains look just dead. Yeah. There's life that has learned to live over here. And I'm seeing that where you feel there would be a lack of love, you are going to learn how to live there and not depend on a love that is fleeting, but creating love where you are. And this is solely for yourself. It doesn't have to be romantic love. And I don't feel like this is romantic love. I do feel like it's supposedly nurturing and caregiving. That's it. So, where are we going to go with this? Let's see. Being pulled to a mini read. Yep. With this newfound sense of empowerment, you can't just be like, all right, I've got this. Now let's see if I can deal with this person again. No, it's not going to be a thing. See, what I'm seeing here is you can't go back to something that broke you. You are not that person that they identified with for however long. You've shed that old identity with yourself. This is getting rid of that kind of tyrant energy. You have grown mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You've outgrown whoever the character was that they thought you were. And now it's time for you to heal and whole yourself from that situation. And when you get to that point, don't test the waters again. Just let yourself move on. Let yourself be happy. Let yourself be at ease. Because I have a feeling whoever this is about, every time you engage in that connection, it's something that just completely flips you on your head. It's a mental mind F, if you know what I'm saying. So, if you follow this advice, what is the likely outcome? Let's see. New beginning, and I don't see you engaging with these persons, and I think that that's honestly in your best interest. I do see new connections that are thriving coming in, and I do see that you actually do win out. You'll see the imbalance that was in these connections beforehand. It's exhausting, exasperating even. Let's see. Hear the dogs in the background? You got to be very careful about what you step into next because it'll be new, but it doesn't mean that it'll be different. And I don't want you to repeat similar patterns. You have to be very mindful about where you're stepping. Something can look really amazing. And I am, okay, you want to be mindful about where you're stepping. I see that there's an opportunity to find some really amazing soul family, soul connections. And if you're looking at romance, it's going to be the bee's knees that you're looking at. And I you know what? I'm looking at good things, good changes once you get over this complete anxiety. All right. You're mindful, you're aware, you're alert. And you want to know what? You've made some really hard choices. And this is something where you start to choose you and your growth in your life and those who are growing with you. And I think that this is, in the past, it would have been about what could you do for others at the expense of yourself. And you're not holding yourself back by that anymore. Hold on. They're barking at somebody putting up a mailbox. And really, why not? I mean, you know, you got to show people, the dogs have to show people where their place is. But this is what I'm looking at. Look, not holding yourself back and seeing exactly where you want to plant seeds. Where do you see fertile ground in this one? I really want you to trust your gut instincts. Keep in tune with what your body is telling you about people. So that's why I'm seeing the whole hesitance before you jump. Because anything can look good and it can really look good on paper. But if it has like feeling to it, like there's something off about this, pay attention. Where are you feeling that in your body? It's telling you something. So, all right. What does the person or persons that you're walking away, what does their higher self want you to know? Right off the top of my head, I'm like thinking about forgiveness. Okay. It's bringing me to one of the mini reads again from the angel, daily guidance from your angels. I'm going to go to that in just a minute. I want to keep shuffling here. They're very unsure of what they want in their life, and they're trying to emotionally hoard everything. They're unsure of where their placement is, so they're grabbing at every little thing for a sense of security. So it's them reiterating, it's really not you. This is internal battles. And when we go to the daily guidance from the angels, this is talking about you being in the flow state. And let's see, when you're in the river of abundance, in the flow state, it's talking about the rocks that are strategically placed, and then you smash up against that and you have to sit there on the rock wondering why it's there and why you can't move forward. So this is saying one of these things that's preventing you from being in the flow of abundance is withholding the forgiveness in this. Now, forgiveness isn't about condoning about another person's behavior or actions. It's about releasing yourself from reliving the situation. You are freeing yourself up. Whatever they do with it, that is their call. That is their path, and it's not in your control. It's soul healing. I think that you're being rejuvenated. And I think that you've been getting signs for this for a very long time. And again, forgiveness does not mean condoning bad behavior. You're getting away from it, and you can't take it with you. Those dogs are ridiculous. I'll get you. I swear to God I will. Ah! How dare you put up a mailbox? There's no mail here. I'll get the mailman. I have 3 dogs. And they are loud. Okay. All right, so that's what their higher self wanted you to know. What does your higher self need you to know in this situation? You've done so much work. So much work. I really want you to celebrate yourself. And it's not you and being, it's not you being overly needy or prissy or anything like that. Those are non-issues. You also need to forgive yourself and be honest with yourself that there was something that was very important for you to hang on to in this situation. So whatever this is, we're about to get, some insight on. You were afraid of being forgotten, abandoned, left alone. You thought that you would have to walk this life alone with nobody around you. You would be lost in the woods. That couldn't be further from the truth. That's what you were trained to believe. If you don't do this, then you want to know what? You're going to wind up alone and miserable. You hear that enough, you start to believe it. And this is just everybody around you. They're all already miserable. You don't need to be part of that party. So this is addressing your need to break your back for someone else to be able to walk straight. Seeing everything from somebody else's perspective and totally negating your own. And it's also about keeping unhealthy relationships around because you are afraid of what it would mean if you didn't have it. It's quality, not quantity. And with a world of, almost 8 billion people, how could you think that you wouldn't find your people? You can find them actually all over the world. So this is saying, please acknowledge all this amazing work that you have done. And this is what you have to look forward to. Cards keep falling. I'm not going to keep reading them, Spirit. Give me something new. All right. What do you have to look forward to, you amazing boss? Light at the end of the tunnel. People that you can actually depend on. I see relationship, interpersonal connections, that flow of abundance. And I see that you're going to let dead seeds die. You're getting into the high priestess mode. You're letting the past go. And you're not going to sympathize with people who get in their own way. You're done. It's over. And you're freeing yourself from it. The punishment is dead in the water. So, my dearest, you are really looking forward to freedom. I really do hope that this finds you well. I do hope that you know that this doesn't end at midnight. So a projection of your future based off of current circumstances. And if you continue to follow this path, if you have questions about booking your session, your individual path will always be a lot more detailed, in depth, and intense because it's you. So if you have questions about that, reach out in the email address. I do have a coronavirus sale that's going on. And you can find me on any social platform. So feel free to DM me, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. And until next time, I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, have fun, and know how much you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. All right, well, this is going to be decisions based off of what your higher self priorities are. This is going to be a risk. You can't live the life that you want to live if you don't include some risk. You can't be afraid of it. You can be intimidated, but I want you to face that intimidation on this one. So what this is saying, the risk is going to be worth the reward. If you want to paint this world the way that you want it to look, you got to get creative with the colors on it. So don't pay attention to the stresses, the self-imposed importance of other people in your life, or even the confinements of another person. This isn't about them. This is about you. And you need to do what's best for yourself and your higher self and for future purpose. I really hope that that made sense. It's time for you to be creatively, wonderfully selfish about this life. Go make this happen for yourself. You'll be so glad that you did. You can't go back to what broke you. You can't go back to a negative situation. You're shedding that old part of yourself and you're getting rid of that tyrant on your back. And I know that you've learned a lot of hard things along the way, a lot of back-breaking things. I'm sure there were times when you were on your knees just praying for the situation to be over. And look at how far you've come in this. You are getting what you prayed for. You're getting away from this. And now we're stepping into something new, and that's intimidating in itself. You can't go back to a well-known hell because the fear of the great unknown is, I don't know, too jarring for you. It is in your control. It is the unknown, but you get to paint that to look however you want it to. So what I'm seeing here is don't forget what you wanted. Don't forget how far you've come. Don't forget who you are. This is what you want. You want to get away from this, and you are, and it's happening. Don't backtrack now. Spirit's got your back on this. Stay safe, have fun. Even in the flow state, when you are in the river of abundance, we still have these rocks that we sometimes slam ourselves on, and these are things that we need to pay attention to. And I think that you've been getting the signs and synchronicities for these. These rocks are strategically placed for you to catch yourself and do some self-evaluation. What in your life do you feel that you are in a place where you can actually forgive? If you're not there yet, don't worry, you're not there yet. But something has been gnawing at you, and it's time to perhaps forgive it. This is what's going to remove the rock so you can actually get back into the flow state. Now, when I say forgiveness, it doesn't mean that you okay the situation. You're not letting anyone off the hook. You're letting yourself off the hook from being caught in that continuous mental cycle of the situation. You're freeing yourself up so you can move further along. This is accountability and also forgiveness and surrender. So I hope that that made sense. Stay safe. Don't deny yourself your own darkness. We all have darkness and light inside of us. It'd be foolish to think otherwise. I'm sorry, you're not made of pure sun rays. It's just not how it goes. You are a walking duality. Feminine, masculine, light, dark. You have to have polarity to understand exactly what you're made of. So what I'm seeing here is instead of denying yourself your darkness, whatever your demons are, why don't you sit with it and try and understand it and then use that perceived weakness as a way to gain strength and control over yourself? You know what you are capable of. If not, you're about to find out, and don't let that scare you. It's just self-acknowledgement and awareness so you can avoid some pitfalls and or take the next step into ascension. And I do feel like this is about your ascension. I do feel like this is you understanding consciousness, the way that your world works. And also, I think that this is you taking that weight off your chest of guilt. You don't have to feel guilty about your darkness. It's understanding and moving on. So I hope that that made sense. When you level up, this is a funny thing. When you level up, you face a whole new level up of fears, nightmares, intimidations. It's not real. It's actually something that is in the subconscious. And, you know, we see it as invasive thought or call of the void. These are all things that I think that you might be facing right now. So whatever your knee-jerk thought reaction is, don't think that it makes you a bad person. You're not acting on, you know, whatever this thought process is. And I know what this is firsthand, and I've seen it in so many others, and we've talked about it. This is, when you get to that point of enlightenment or self-awareness, you have these little actions or thoughts happen. And you wonder, am I going to do this? No, you're not. You're going to break through whatever this barrier is, and you're actually going to get into the next step of empowerment. These are the little stepping stones. Understand it so you can get higher. I hope that made sense.